Yes, today I'm gonna be doing these I've no these um catnip sock bottles. I don't know. Sock catnip bottles. I don't know. Sock catnip like sock bottle catnip, or bottles with catnip inside the sock, or bottles that have catnip inside the bottle, and then the bottle you put into the sock. I don't know, but this is my first time trying this. But I actually have Bella in here, right here. So the things you're gonna be needing for this is 2 socks. I have just normal socks that you don't wear anymore, or you've outgrown, or anything like that. So I just have this one right here, and then I have this cute one. So I know these are mismatched, but they can be matching, they can be not matching, but yeah. Also, keep in mind you can only use these big socks. You can't use like the more like smaller, skinnier socks that like you would like use for like a baby or like a kid. You have to make sure that you have like the more big socks that are stretchable, because we're going to be using big bottles for this project, and you can't use small socks because the balls won't fit into the small socks. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You're going to need 2 big stretchable socks, and they are super big and stretchy. They're just socks that I are either don't have pairs anymore, or are mismatched. So that, yeah. Anyway, so you're gonna need that. You're gonna need 2 hair ties. You can use either an actual hair tie, like just like a usual like hair tie you like put your hair up with, or you can use scrunchies. I'm using scrunchies, so I'm just using 2 that I don't really like anymore, and I don't really care for anymore. I mean, I do care about these, but I don't like wear them really anymore because I just don't really like them. So or care for them. Well, I do care for them, but yeah. Anyway, so here is this scrunchie, and then this is that scrunchie, but you guys can actually use hair ties. So that's that. You're gonna need 2 hair ties or scrunchies. Just make sure they are make sure they are super, like, if you're using a scrunchie, because hair ties, it's gonna be hard to kind of make that the loop, I guess, to kind of secure the bottle in place into the sock. But make sure that if you're using scrunchies and hair ties, that they are the real stretchable kind, so that they're very stretchy. So yeah. So you're gonna try to want ones that are stretchy, but also like ones that are stretchy, but they aren't too stretchy, if that makes sense. So yeah. But you can use different types of scrunchies. I'm just using these types of scrunchies. One's like I don't know, and then this one's like a more rough on the outside. So yeah. You can also use different types of hair ties. Just make sure that the hair tie does not have like anything metal on it, on the hair tie, just like a plain old hair tie if you're using that, because we are going to be giving these to your cats, and you don't want to be to have them ingesting any metal. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started. These are going to be cat toys for your cats. So these are it's basically like a bottle with catnip. You fill the bottle up with catnip, and then you put it in the sock. There we go. Anyway, so the original thing for this, yeah, the thing that I was going to follow was this. So what I was doing before this was using a sock, and then using a water bottle, and then using a sock. But Bella didn't really have interest in that. You can use cardboard if you want to to make 2 small ears, and if you want to, you can use a needle and black thread. But that's only if you want to do the actual project. I'm doing the project where you put catnip in it, which it did not say to do, but that's just because my cats do not really have interest in it. But yeah, excuse me, the plain regular bottle. So I thought, why not do it with catnip? Just to make sure, always make sure that you are supervising your cats when they're playing with something. Like this, just because, yeah, just make sure you're being careful, just because the bottle is going to be inside of a sock, and you don't want your cats to hurt themselves, like hurt their teeth or something like that, when they're trying to like get the catnip out or something like that, because it's just going to be like a fun little toy. But yeah, so 2 socks, 2 hair ties or scrunchies, 2 bottles. I was gonna do the bottles without the lids, but you're gonna need the lids. So I have 2 bottles here. They can be any brand of water bottle, just 2 big water bottles that will fit inside of the sock. Always make sure you always make sure you put the bottle on the sock to make sure it's big enough for the sock, or the sock is big enough for the bottle. You're going to need 2 caps. These are just the caps for the water bottle, so that the catnip will stay inside of the water bottle, and so that the catnip won't come out if they are trying to, unless they try to like open the bottle or something like that, or like try and get it out. And then you're going to need some catnip. This is just the Dollar Tree catnip from the dollar store, but you can use any catnip you want. So without further ado, let's start making these catnip bottle socks, or sock bottle catnip, or catnip inside of a bottle inside of a sock, or catnip inside of a bottle and then the bottle inside of a sock. Anyway, so let's get started. So first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my bottle and my cap, and I'm gonna put so first thing, but you can make however many you want to of these for your cats. If you have 1 cat, you can do 1, so that would mean you only need 1 sock, and then 1 hair tie, and then yeah, but yeah, the reason I'm only doing 1 catnip is because you don't need a lot of catnip. Again, this is my first time doing this, but yeah, just this is a plastic bottle, so always make sure that you're supervising your cat when they're playing with this. But yeah, so we're gonna but of course with however many cats you have, you can make however many bottles, so just make sure you have enough bottles and enough socks for the cats, because if your guys' cats are like ours and they have to have their own individual thing, then that might be a problem. But yeah, so for my first bottle, I'm going to take my bottle, and they don't have to be perfectly bottles. They can be kind of crushed on the bottom too, like indented, whatever. So just for my first bottle, I'm going to put a little bit of catnip into the bottle and then put the lid on. So then I'm going to grab my catnip. I'm going to open it up. Now, the cat really is into catnip. So I'm going to, let's see. I don't know if you guys consider that much or not, but I'm just going to put it in the bottle. You guys can put however much catnip you guys want. Just don't fill the bottle with catnip, because the cats with their senses are going to be probably attracted anyway. I don't know if they're going to be super attracted. I don't know, so don't quote me on that. But I have wait, I'm so sunny. Wow, I'm so sorry, guys. It's so sunny. But I have the catnip in the bottle. I'm going to use maybe like one, like one, like just a little bit more, and then be done. But so I have the catnip in the bottle. Now I'm going to put the lid on the catnip, well, on the bottle. So now I have my bottle with catnip in it. Now I'm going to put it into a sock. And you're going to want to put the sock. So basically, so for the bottle, you're going to want to put it in this way. So make sure that you put the sock over the bottom, so the toe part is going over the bottom. I don't know if that makes sense. So you don't want the toe part to go over the top, you want it to go over the bottom. So you want to kind of roll up the sock and then just put it over the bottle and just kind of like scrunch it to kind of, okay, so then it's going to look like this, hopefully. So then you're going to kind of scrunch it over the bottle. It's okay if it has dents or whatever after you're done with the bottle, while you're putting it in. So I'm just going to put it down to as far as it will go, and then I will show you guys the next step. Okay, so I have my bottle with the catnip. Well, I have the catnip inside the bottle, inside the sock, or I have the bottle inside the sock, the bottle inside the sock. Now I'm gonna just kind of put the scrunchie about to right here. Again, you guys can use hair ties. You don't want to put it too far down. You want to at least put it to like right here. Then you're gonna pull it up just a tad bit. Then you're gonna kind of make sure that this is good. You're gonna like, I don't know, like do it like this, and then put this part of the sock through here. So I'm just doing that right now real quick. Now this part, for me, at least how I'm doing it, is kind of tough. And then you have this right here. And then you're gonna pull that through, and then it should look like this. So it's actually good that we had that excess at the top, because of the finished product, you should at least have this part of the sock. You should at least have this when you kind of loop the sock. When you loop the sock again to put this part through, you want to at least make sure that you have so that the sock is like this and kind of holds the scrunchie in place on that side, or the hair tie in place. Now, I don't think I can hear any catnip in here, but for the cats, it could be a different story. They might be able to smell it. I'm not totally sure, but excuse me. But there's that bottle. Now I'm going to go on to the other bottle, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Put catnip, put the lid on, put it in a sock, and then put a scrunchie on it. Oh yeah, and you guys also want to make sure that the balls are empty without you want to make sure when you're doing this that the bottles are without water, so that you're just left the plain bottle with the wrapper on. Or you can take the wrapper off, and just so that it has catnip inside. But yeah, so now I'm gonna put the lid on. Now I'm gonna put it into the sock. So now this one, so this is the sock. So the heel part meets at least right here, I think. Right here. I don't know. And then this is how much I have left over. So now I'm gonna put the scrunchie to about right here, or maybe or around here, probably right here, and then just loop, and then yeah. So basically the exact same thing I did with the other bottle. So pull it through the sock. I mean, like, by that I mean here. I'll show you guys. So pull it through the scrunchie or hair tie. Pull it through right here. It's okay if the sock kind of like goes down or goes up, because you can just position it back into place, or like that's what I did. And then you're gonna want to just do that. So do the exact same thing that you did with the other bottle. Okay, now this is what this bottle turned out like. It has a scrunchie on it, but this one is like, it's like at the top right there, and then so there's that, and then you're gonna want to put the catnip away. You guys can also do this if you guys don't want to use catnip. You guys can just use the bottle and then the sock and then the scrunchie. So if your cats aren't a fan of catnip, or you don't like giving your cats catnip, you can just do the bottle with the lid or without the lid, and then put it in a sock and then put the scrunchie on it. So you don't have to do it with catnip. This is just how I did it. So hopefully you guys liked the video. Hopefully you guys liked the video. I know this one's kind of I know this one is that high, then this one's like right here. But hey, that's alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh yeah. And let's see. Do you want to smell it? Yeah. I'm gonna actually see if she wants to smell it after, but bye.